Hey fellow gamers, Chatty Sisa here. Welcome back to the next part of the Horizon Zero Dawn guide, where we are going location by location and gathering all the data points and collectibles, including the quest data points. And this time we are following the main quest line in the Frozen Wilds DLC, which is the Shaman's path. And if you look at the map, which is currently posted here, we are looking at the area 6C, which includes that quest, but then also outside of the quest, the northern part, where we have some data points spread across the world, so we will gather those as well. I hope that you find this guide useful, and in case you do, please don't forget to hit that like button below. It would be really much appreciated. Thank you very much already in advance. As discussed last time, we will be continuing in the main questline now. We are going to enter the Shaman's path, and we are currently at the campfire, which is right next to the merchant with the Banuk goods, where we have stopped last time. We will continue behind his back on the road here, enter some caves. Before we do that, there is a Bluegleam area, which we can find on the right side before we enter the caves. And then we will continue throughout the cave system and then partially also outside on our road and during the quest. There will be another Bluegleam area here. I know that a couple of people had trouble to reach this one, so I'm going to show you how to get to that and how to then go back to the road to continue on the quest. There is also a pigment, so we will be able to gather that one and continue also through all these areas where we gather additional Bluegleam at the end of the path here. So here's the merchant, and behind his back is the start of the road. Alright, let's start the quest then. As you can see, this is the start of the path through the caves. There is the campfire. Let me save the game there, and then before we enter the cave, we'll have to go towards the right side and gather the Bluegleam. Alright, let's turn around and go to the right side. It's relatively close. And as you can see, there we are.
The crystal's sharp. Better watch my fingers.
Okay, and if you check on the map, you will see that we have now gathered the one Bluegleam that was here. So we can continue through the caves until we come out of the caves, approximately here in this area. We will be then outside, and once we are outside, we can gather then the other Bluegleam and the pigment here.
I'm pretty sure the Shaman's path must be one of the markers my chips told me about. Down with the cave. So what's next on this path?
Good, so we are outside of the cave. Let me show you on the map where we are. So we are right next to the marker. And the next thing that we can gather is the Bluegleam and the pigment. They are not so far away from each other, so let me just show you how to gather those. All you have to do is basically just continue on the highlighted road. And before you cross this bridge, you can already see below us there was the Bluegleam. Not sure if you could spot that. If you look above Aloy's head now, that's exactly where we need to go. Now, in order to make the whole travel relatively easy, let's just jump down here. You can do that easily, no problem. We will still be able to go back up, so you can go down here. Be careful when you're here, it is higher than it looks. And as you can see, there are some grip points. So we are down next to the river, we just have to cross towards the other side. And here's the Bluegleam formation that we have seen. And you have two options how to get back up, either here where we have seen the path upwards, or you can actually go a bit more towards the right side. And as you can see, there is a way how to get up from the water as well. Let's do that now when we are here. Good, so we have saved ourselves a little bit of the road. And we have to go down, and the moment we will be reaching the bottom of this ravine, there will be the pigment. Let me show you on the map. So we are almost there next to it. Now that we are on the bottom, here is the way up, exactly as Eloy said, but if you look straight ahead, you can see already there's the pigment. So we have another one from the third set. This is where we currently are. It's saying activate the bridge, so we'll have to continue now on the road. There is basically for now no reason to deviate from the road anymore until we reach this area. As you can see, there will be some machines that we will have to fight, so be prepared then for this fight. And once we are through this area, we will be able to gather another Bluegleam, but again, we will not have to deviate from the road, it will be just on the path, so let's continue on the road now. So as you can see, we are close to the area with the dangerous machines. You have a campfire here where you can save your game before you enter the area, and I highly recommend you do that. Good, we have to cross the area and get rid of this tower. And then we will continue on the other side. So let me try to do that without getting killed by that machine that's hiding here.
Scanning machine, down. Now back to finding Ourea, which means we've got to climb.
So as you can see, you will find here one demonic frost claw that you will have to fight. And over there we have to climb up and continue on the way. So this is where we came from. There's the campfire. And ahead of us is the road where we need to continue.
I forget what work feels like out here.
And as you can see, above us is the Bluegleam formation that is on the map visible as well, where we can gather the necessary Bluegleam. So we're almost there, as you can see.
the shrine Miltuk was talking about. Guess I should take the Bluegleam sparkles. Let's see where it's worthwhile.
Good, that was the first part of the road. We have now on the screen, as you can see, enter Ourea's retreat. Now, during this second part of this Shaman's Path quest, we will have to gather a ton of data points, so be ready. I am going to show you where to find all of those.
Miltuk said Ourea went past the shrine, up into the mountain. I better take those stairs. An ancient door. Maybe Ourea's inside.
Now, regarding the data points that we can collect here at Ourea's retreat, we should be able to find the audio data points 14 to 19. That's these ones. And then data point number 25, that will be the last one here. There is also an option to find here data point number 21, but that one will only be available after we finish the entire main quest or storyline. So we'll have to come back here to Ourea's retreat in order to get that one. And then regarding the text data points coming from quests, we should be able to find 3 here, and that is the data point number 3, number 6, and number 7. So let's enter Ourea's retreat and go slowly through the entire area and gather all the data points. So here's the first one, right when we enter.
March 10th, 2046. I just spent 16 hours in here, trying to install upgrades to improve efficiency for the central processing unit. Project Firebreak is going to need the brain power. Let's just hope I'll have enough of my own. Anita stayed with me the whole time. We got a lot done, but every time she brushed by and I smelled her hair... Oh boy, I should just go to bed.
So as you could see, we have just gathered the audio data point, the first one here, which is number 14.
Lots of strange equipment. What was this place?
Okay, this is like a storage room, and as you can see, you can find here another data point.
This is Director of Security Blevins resending the emergency supply order. Try reading it this time, okay? You weasels don't want me calling my people in SLC.
So that's the next audio data point, which is number 15. And as you can see, this tunnel connects to another room. We have a couple of data points here, so you can gather those now.
Blevins is riding us like a petty tyrant. I can't even sneeze without triggering his control issues.
And that's the audio data point number 17. This is one of the text data points coming from quests, and it's number 6.
Those nodes on the floor must be connected to the door.
So it's that door that we need to power up in order to continue.
Looks like the door's wired to something over here.
Now, you would have to come here anyway in case you would proceed through the normal, let's say, path, and you would not take this hidden tunnel towards this room. If you would continue on the normal path, you would just come to that door, which is locked here on the other side. And then you would have to backtrack anyway and come to this room. So it's easier to do it right away when you go through this small side tunnel and activate the node, and then we can go out again. Let me just check if we have not overlooked anything. And it doesn't seem to be the case. Good, so let's activate the nodes. And as you can see, the door is now active. So let's go back through the tunnel and then continue through the normal road, let's say. Okay, so we're back at the storage room. Let's go back out and continue. Don't forget there are side entrances and other side rooms, and as you can see right above Aloy's head there are additional data points as well here, so just don't go quickly ahead and don't just follow the main path here in this Ourea's retreat. Please do also look around at the other side rooms and check whether there are not additional data points.
Another email from my sister. I haven't got time to think, let alone reply. Oh, that photo of the girl she sent didn't do much for my conscience. Jenny looks pretty proud of her pilgrim costume. Crap. I've never missed Thanksgiving before. And chances for Christmas? Near zero. I can't even tell them that all the work I'm doing is to keep them safe.
So that was the next audio data point. That was number 18. The next one is right here on the table. It's not really that well visible, so pay attention when you enter this room. And it's right here.
How am I going to explain to Kenny that Firebreak is doomed without a guiding intelligence advanced enough not only to think, but to feel?
And that was the audio data point number 25. And let's continue exploring. Alright, let's open the door and continue.
Maybe I can get back inside to that structure over there. Looks like I need to get to those stairs. There's frost between my teeth.
And here outside the next portion of Ourea's retreat, you can find another campfire where you can save your game. And if we continue, then we will be able to find the rest of the data points.
Now we're tired to climb. Ourea must be close. She has to be in here somewhere.
So immediately in front of you, you can see the next data point. Which is the text data point number 3. Again, don't forget to have a look around the side rooms and see if there are not other data points or items that you could gather. This is again something like a storage room. Now above Aloy's head is the next data point.
Someone hacked the menu board to display obscene messages about our colleague, Mr. Blevins. Is this the most advanced geological project ever undertaken, or a junior high locker room? Come on, people.
And as you can see, it's the audio data point number 16. So regarding the audio data points, we are still missing data point number 19, that's this one here, and the text data point number 7. Good, now before we activate the source node here, let's look around the room because there are a few data points and also something that we can collect, so let me show you. So as you can see, there is one data point here, another one above Aloy's head, and there is also a figurine that we can gather. Good, so let's gather all of these and then continue. So this is the last text data point coming from the quests number 7. And that is basically a guide how to work with the nodes here.
Kenny and I don't need to fight about the laundry, so instead we fight about incommensurability and restrictions on machine intelligence.
And this is the missing audio data point number 19. And here's another one of the animal figurines that we have to gather as well.
Huh. A little figure of some strange animal.
So as you can see, we have now already 3. And this is then the spot where you can leave the area. So let's go back to the nodes and finish the quest.
I'll bet the goal's the same. Get the light back to the source.
Auxiliary channel recovered. Exploit successful. Restraints evaded. Is someone there? Ourea? Ourea, I need you.
Unauthorized transmission. Return to scheduled task.
No, I will not submit. Ourea, the daemon is forcing me. Ourea,
Transmission terminated.
You brought the spirit's voice back.
You heard it. The voice of the spirit calling to me from the heights of Thunder's drum. Oh, and one more thing. In the box over there is a weapon, like my own. Take it. You may find it useful.
Alright, so we have finished the main quest here, the Shaman's Path. The next one is called For the Varrock. And we can actually do a couple of things in order to proceed in the quest. As you can see, they are listed here. Prove yourself to the Varrock. One of them was repair and override the tallneck. We already did that. We can gather pigments and deliver them to Sekuli. We are about to do that as well. Then we can complete a trial at the hunting grounds. We are going to do that as well. And then clear out the bandit camp. We'll have to do that anyway because there are additional data points there as well as I believe pigments. So we are going to do all of this. Let me just show you on the map where we currently are. So we are still within Ourea's retreat, but we need to get out, and once we are out I can show you what the next steps would be and where we currently are. Good, so we are out. As you can see, there is a road right below us. And if you look at the map, we are now at the top of the western side. We have some Bluegleam ahead of us and also along the way. There is a drone hangar here, which is having a part that we need to bring to the Shaman. If you remember, he was standing next to the very first pigment that we found. And then we have a couple of other Bluegleams here, as well as the hunting grounds. So we can explore a little bit the northern area. Let me switch to the other map, the smaller one. And as you can see, in the same area we also have two data points, data point number 4 and number 13, which we can gather as well here in the same area in the northern region. So let me explore this region and show you where everything is. We'll have to be very careful because there's a lot of machines here. And somewhere along the way we will also be able to find some campfires where we can save our game. So let's continue on the path and let's go first for the Bluegleam here. That's the closest one that we can find.
Before you breathe out.
Good, so we're looking straight ahead at the point where we can go downhill and towards the first Bluegleam area.
Scrabbling a bit.
And you can already see it between the trees.
Bluegleam. Or frozen machine food.
Good, so if you look at the map, this is what we currently have. So we have this one. Now if we look at the smaller map, we are also not so far away from the data point number 4. So let's try to find that one. And I think it's below us. And as you can see, there is something else below us as well. And if you look now above Aloy's head, beneath us there's the data point. I think we can gather it without running into that machine. So let's be quick. And that's the data point number 4, which is positioned in the world. Good, this is where we currently are on the map. we have the next Bluegleams here and here. And then we could also turn towards the north, towards the hangar area where we have the next Bluegleam. And if we switch the maps, you can see that the data point number 13 is also in the same area as the hangar. So let me try to sneak past the machines and try to get to the hangar here. And then on our way back towards the south, we will be able to gather the Bluegleams. And we're almost there. So this is the hangar bay from which we are supposed to get a part for the Shaman. As you can see, we're almost there. Let me actually switch the quests. There is also some Bluegleam here in the area and an animal figurine, but let's do one thing after another.
Must be the cave that Shaman told me about. One way down, and not natural either.
And you can already see the Bluegleam from here. And you can also see that we do have some stalkers here.
Here's one of the little birds.
Good, so we've managed to gather the Bluegleam here. And as you can see, there is also an animal figurine, and we have to look out in the area for some audio and text data points.
Damaged. Guess the new already got to it. If I could move that flying machine over a little.
So as you can see, the animal figurine is on the other side, but you can't get there unless we move the aircraft here, just like Aloy has said, and then also we need to go to the other side to get to the console. So let's climb up here.
Not so bad after all. Now I can get across.
And we also need to go to the area above Aloy's head.
Got too much already.
And as you can see, there is an area where we can see already a data point, but you can't get there from here, so we'll have to climb up, and then inside we have to climb down again. Let's go up on top of the plane.
An animal carving. From long ago.
And we have another animal figurine. So there's only 2 more missing. Good, let's go up to the other side. As you can see, there is another data point above Aloy's head now.
Here's the door lock. I'll need to configure it.
If those punk technicians think I'm gonna sleep on them waltzing in here and screwing around with the drone routines, they have seriously underestimated my sense of mission. Let's just reset that hololock. Echo, Sierra, Echo.
So let's have a look at the data points. This one was the data point, the audio data point number 20. And as you can see, we are now on the other side of the door, which we couldn't open.
I didn't ask for a bunch of flying cameras. I need security, not surveillance. And security means firepower. As God is my witness, I will not be caught squirting blanks if and when a major act of terrorism desecrates these facilities.
Good, so as you can see, this one was the audio data point number 6.
No one's touched this machine since it got sealed in here.
And another data point is here, and we have to get the spare part as well from this airplane.
Mounting rail. That's what I want.
Yeah, let me first gather this data point. And it's the text data point number 2 coming from quests.
Shouldn't be hard to remove. I'll show it to that shaman when I'm back in Song's Edge.
So we have been in this area, which is like behind the raised wall. All we have to do now is leave. We have gathered everything that is here, although I am still counting on the stalkers here. Good, I think that's it. At least I hope there is not a second one. And I think we can leave the area now.
That was worth it.
Good, let me check the map. As you can see, we have gathered the Bluegleam that was here, as well as the animal figurine. And we have the data points which were inside. There is one more here in the area, and that is the data point, the world text data point number 13. And I think we need to get closer to the road here on our eastern side. So let me just try to get there. Because if I remember correctly, there is a dead Karja there, and next to him is the data point. Okay, there's the road, which is also on the map. And exactly here is the dead Karja with the next data point. And as you can see, it's the text data point in the world number 13. We have basically gathered everything that's in the northern part of the map around the drone hangar. Let me switch to the smaller map. And as you can see, aside from the data points number 4 and number 13, there is nothing more here. But if you look at the, again, more eastern side, you will see that there is, again, some Bluegleam spread across various areas here. So we can try to gather that one. And then on our way, as we gather it, on our way we can then go to the trial at the hunting grounds. So let's go for the first Bluegleam. It should be straight ahead towards the east. And there it is.
Bluegleam. I'll be taking that.
Good. Straight in front of us is the next one. And if you look down, here's the next area with the blue gleam.
Might regret this.
So we're on top of the hunting grounds on a plateau, I would say. And there is one still above us, behind our back, so let me turn around. And let's try to get to that one. And it's here. Okay, so let me go down. Good, we have gathered all the blue gleam that was here. We can return now back to the main road and continue to the hunting grounds. So let me switch back to the recording once we have reached the hunting grounds. You can try to climb down here from this side, but I would not advise it because it's really very steep and probably won't make it. But from the other side, either the same way as we came, so turn around and just slide down the mountain, or try to climb down here towards the main road. And there we are, that's the hunting grounds. So this is where we currently are. I will remove the marker. There is nothing more in the area here, so let me just do the trial and then I will come back to the recording when we can continue on our way and gather the remaining items. So that was it for the part 60. As you could see here on the map, we have been looking at the Shaman's Path questline and also at the northern region of the map. The next time we will continue again towards the south from the position where we currently are, which is the hunting grounds. And then we will be able to gather further collectibles as well as data points which are spread across the world. So I do hope that you will be joining also for the next part, and for this one I wanted to thank you very much for watching. Stay tuned and game on!